Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Today I am joined by my wife, Chelsea, and she's going to be...
forget my name for a minute?
No, it's like for effect.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay,
And she's going to be smelling and ranking 10 different wintertime bangers, like really popular wintertime fragrances. Since it's starting to get cold outside, especially at night and in the morning. And with that in mind, I figured let's check out some cozy, warm, sexy fragrances.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've already got the dry down sprayed. I almost said smelled. I've got the dry down sprayed of these. They're all underneath here. And we're gonna do it like we have been doing, matchups. So we're gonna put fragrances up against each other and you're gonna rank them.
Okay.
From your favorite to your least favorite. Yeah.
The normal.
The normal,
All
keeping
right.
it simple.
Okay.
Yeah. All these fragrances are gonna be linked in the description, so feel free to check them out down there. And here are a bunch of codes you can use to save money across different websites, including a new code for Beauty House, and then the JOMASHOP, FragFlex, Perfume Box codes, all that stuff. And I would put my fragrances in here, but that would be cheating.
Yeah.
But you can find those at every perfume box, not perfume box, Perfumania and fragrance outlet store in the country. My brain doesn't work so good.
Close enough.
The fragrances that I creatively directed, the best ones for this time of year are probably Jet Black Enigma, West Loop, and maybe Terra Nova also. Let's get started with some matchups. I will choose them.
Okay.
And then you can do the contrasting and comparing. So we're gonna start with Jazz Club. This is from Maison Martin Margiela, part of their replica line.
I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, and we will put that up against the Scent Elixir, which is a fragrance that I know before you really enjoyed. And let me just grab some of these from underneath there.
Yeah, coming out of the gate strong.
Yeah, well, like I said, I try to get a lot of fragrances that are kind of big for this time of year, you know, really popular. And also a couple that are maybe not as hyped as some of the other ones, just to kind of get like a little bit of a mix. But all of these really good for fall and winter time. So I know with the Scent Elixir, like I said before, it was in a video that we did. Maybe it was like new releases or something. I don't remember for this year, but yeah, well, there was one that you did and you really liked that one.
Oh man, that is a bomb dry down. Woo.
And then Jazz Club is kind of like a classic at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little boozy, sweet, smoky going on. It's supposed to smell like you're in a jazz club.
Gotcha, right.
Yeah.
So this one, I can see why I liked it in a previous video.
Yeah, it's pretty
whichever
sweet.
It was. It's really good. I mean, it's super good.
Yeah.
This is a hard one because they both smell really good. They're two different fragrances for sure.
Right, but they both would work when it's
Yeah.
cold out.
Yeah.
But they just approach it very differently.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really feel like, you know, wonderful about it, but I'm gonna go with this one for right now.
Above Jazz Club?
Yes.
Yeah, Jazz Club and kind of like By the Fireplace are the two big fragrances from Replica, the Replica line for when it's cool outside. And the Scent Elixir, it's one of those fragrances where like, it's never gonna be massive, you know, in the same realm as, you know, a Sauvage or something, right? Or a LOM Oda Elixir. It's got a smaller fan base, but for the people it works for, it works really well. And it does smell kind of unique. I mean, it is very almost like, you know, vanilla sweetness,
Yeah, but it does it in a really nice way though.
yeah, it's not the exact same as a lot of other things that are out there right now. Let's post this one up against Stronger With You Intensely. And this is the new iteration, the 2024 iteration. I mean, it's still pretty similar to when it first came out, but Stronger With You Intensely, super popular, really strong, big time performance, has like chestnut in there. So it gives it a little gourmand touch, like really sexy, cozy, warm, sweet, but also strong. So cozy and strong.
I mean, those are all the things that like I'm picking up.
Yeah.
The warm, sweet, like,
It's like a nice holiday fragrance too, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like November through beginning of the year, like that time frame, something like that. Also a good date night fragrance.
yeah, I mean, and like these are more kind of in the same realm, like the same universe. They're not the same fragrance by any means.
Yeah.
However, they're both like just really nice and sweet.
Yeah. Well, this one has like a little bit of that smokiness and some stuff going on.
And it smells really good, especially in the dry down.
Yeah, but these ones don't have that. They lean more toward sweet and warm.
Yes. I mean, that's a hard one because I mean, I would like to smell them both, honestly. Like, you know, at a family event or, you know, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna feel good about any of this, I don't think.
That's how it is.
I mean, at the rate we're going here.
Yeah, I mean, most of these are, I feel pretty comfortable saying that they're like gonna work for you. There's a couple that maybe won't as much, but we'll see.
I hate this. I really, really hate this. And I mean, that may even, like, those are almost even like interchangeable. At the end, I'll go back and like re-smell them, but like, those are almost even just at, like, on the same level.
You're like a big The Scent Elixir fangirl.
I mean, that smells really good.
You're gonna have to take your energy and bring it up. Hey. Okay. What are you doing? You're just cracking.
I'm bringing my energy up.
Okay, next up, Burberry Hero. This is the Parfum edition, not the Eau de Parfum. So the Eau de Parfum is the one that gets usually hyped the most. It's the one that I personally like the most, but the Parfum may be a little more wintry for some people. It's also the newest of the bunch, so.
I do like the bottle though. Like I like how it starts out really big at the bottom and then gets skinnier at the top. They could have just made it all the way up and it would have been like a little pyramid.
A little pyramid cap.
Yeah, that's what they should have done. They should have done a pyramid cap. Yes, great idea. I'm just chugging out the ideas now.
Chugging out the god-awful cheesy ideas.
Well, hey, there are some crazy caps out there that really get some attention.
Yeah, I guess.
You know,
it's a good breakdown. Yeah, it works really well.
I'm gonna stick with this one for now, but I'm going to actually put this one back there. It's good.
It's a woodsy fragrance. It does have a little bit of that like kind of smokiness to it.
Yeah, it's just as far as like the impressions goes.
Yeah.
Like these have given
Lean
me
more
a
toward
better,
the sweet stuff.
Yeah, these have given me a better impression.
Yeah, that one's not really sweet in comparison. So for somebody who's looking for a fragrance that is, you know, masculine, maybe slightly mature, woodsy, has a touch of smokiness to it, but doesn't lean like overly sweet, that'd be a really good choice.
Yeah.
That being said, like I said, for my own taste, I actually like the Eau de Parfum more, but the Parfum is newer, and yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason that it's here instead of the Eau de Parfum, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because usually with Hero, I'll feature the Eau de Parfum. I like that one a little bit more. How many times am I gonna say that?
I don't know.
Like a broken record.
I mean, that's like every day. Oh my God.
So next up is the one that you're wearing today.
Wonderful.
It is Lunar Rosa Ocean. This is Le Parfum.
Okay.
So it's a little different. It's not a parfum because it's got the le.
Okay, is this like supposed to be like the Red Sea?
What? No, it's just a bottle. They thought it looked sick.
It's Prada Ocean though, but it's red, right?
Right. A sea is not an ocean. I think they just thought that red looked sick and they were like, make it red. So technically, you know, Lunar Rosa Ocean, most people would think of that as more of like a spring, summertime fragrance, but with this being the Le Parfum and the way it comes across, I think it's a little too heavy for when it's warm outside, you know? So it's kind of like a wild card. It's not necessarily one you would immediately think of as a wintertime fragrance, but
no, it's really good. And also too, like maybe it's one of those that when it is really cold outside, maybe it kind of gets, because I feel like that it would, like by smelling it right now, that it would get kind of like a sharpness almost.
Like a briskness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this kind of seems like it would be like one of those fragrances that does that.
Yeah, that happens. Sometimes with fragrances, almost get like an icy edge to it where it kind of like opens up your senses a little when you smell it.
Yeah, these are all really good. I mean, honestly, like right now I'm like recontemplating like my entire like...
Your fragrance existence?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course you can switch things up when we're done, you know, you can reevaluate. It's kind of first impressions right here.
Okay, so for right now, I'm gonna stick with my Hugo.
The two parfums bringing up the rear.
Yeah.
Very sad.
For right now, we'll see.
So, what are you doing? Faking me out. You're making
I'm
weird, like,
existing.
marionette faces. So, Lunar Rosa Ocean Lip Parfum, that one is a little more, like, woodsy. Has a sweetness to it. Not overly aquatic.
Yeah.
And it's not like ultra far removed from the general idea of this one as far as like if you want X, Y, Z, but this one is sweeter than this one. Still has a little bit of like woody smokiness to it. Yeah, but for a lot of people, it doesn't work quite as well as the other Lunar Rosa Ocean fragrances, and for me also actually. Okay.
You pulling to me now?
Yeah. Up next, we'll do La Nuit de l'Homme, the Eau de Parfum.
Oh.
So not the Eau de Toilette. That's the one that everybody really kind of knows.
That's good.
And this one does not get a heck of a lot of hype or anything. So it's kind of like a sleeper. You know, it's under the radar a little bit, not as many people wearing it, not as many
Really
people
good,
buying
though.
it.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, it is a sleeper, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sexy date night sort of scent. A lot like La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Toilette is, but it doesn't smell the same as La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Toilette.
Yeah.
It's also not overly loud, so it's not like aggressively in your face. Has a nice spiciness to it. I think a little bit of leather in there also.
Like
on
even
some
as
dismembering.
it goes into the mid is like, it almost like just keeps getting better and better. Ooh, okay.
And they're two different kind of styles here, these two.
Yeah, they are. I mean, like this one's still a little sweet,
Yeah.
but it's not sweet.
Not as sweet, yeah.
Yeah, and like a really loud.
And that has a
overbearing
touch
type
of like a
way.
powderiness to it.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is more like fresh spicy mixed with sweet spicy in a way. Oh, you're gonna put that one there, huh? Finally. La Nuit
Really
de
good.
l'Homme.
I mean, like you said, it's really not that loud. It's like the perfect like middle ground. It's like
Balanced.
the perfect, yes. It's really, really balanced well. It's got a little bit of that sweetness in there, but it's not really super overpowering. It's, I don't know. It's just good.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's one of those things I've talked about before, talking about the balance, where sometimes people will be like, oh, it's gotta be beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast
Yeah.
mode. But sometimes it would be better if you have something that's more reined in a little bit.
Well, that's what YSL's been doing really good at
Oh,
lately.
like not
is-
overly aggressive
Yeah,
stuff.
they have found that balance and they have just stuck with it.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for you. Next we have Ombre Noir, kind of another sleeper. This one is from Lalique. So this is a fragrance that like people in the fragrance community are like really big on because you know Lalique, they are usually pretty good quality, don't cost that much at discounters, but it's absolutely not like a super massive popular fragrance as far as what your average Joe is buying in stores.
Yeah, out of all of these, I feel like this one is the most like classic manly kind of fragrance.
Yeah, like masculine.
Yes, and just about any age could like pull that off. Like that is, like I think you'd have to be just a little bit older.
Yeah, I couldn't see like a teenager pulling it off.
No, but like a really nice, classy, gentlemanly fragrance.
It's also like really, for the price, like
Yeah.
fantastic quality.
It's giving me a little salt and pepper hair, you know, like in a man, a little salt and pepper.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Hey, women like a little salt and pepper.
I do know a little bit about that. Yeah, it's like, it's got a lot of stuff going on, you know,
Yeah.
kind of woodsy, spicy. It's got, like I said, a nice elegance to it. And it's a really, really, in my opinion, great fall, wintertime scent when you want to have something, almost like you're a type of guy who's like chilling in the library, like a wooden bookshelf library.
Yeah.
You got a fireplace going, and you're like a little whiskey or something.
Yeah, you're putting that right in my mind.
Yeah, it's
that
kind of
vision.
like that vibe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, without the whiskey, because
Yeah, I know you can't handle that, but I'm talking about just the visual. Ombre Noir, rest in peace. So I figured that one probably wouldn't do quite as well, just in terms of it's a little more of a niche leaning type of designer.
Yeah.
I think quality-wise, it's amazing for the
Oh yeah,
price.
and that's going to be a banger on like a 50-year-old, you know, like just really.
What about a 35-year-old? What about 32-year-old?
Then we have a deal.
So this one kind of competes with this one, I feel like, in a lot of ways. Like similar kind of ideas.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it didn't do so hot.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an audience out there.
Next is Moustache. This is the Eau de Parfum from Rocus, which is pretty affordable. And this one has a similarity to Tuxedo, which is an Yves Saint Laurent fragrance.
Right.
So.
I think I've heard of that one before. Potentially.
In a way, it's like YSL against YSL, but not exactly, but kind of, but not exactly. Moustache is really affordable from discounters nowadays. It was hyped up heavily for a while, and the price was kind of like skyrocketing, even at discounters if you could find it, but it's come back down to earth. It's normal now, you can find it cheap.
And this one, I'm gonna go with this one. I just don't know where in the hierarchy of things this will land. It's good.
Yeah, that one's like a little bit resinous. Touch of like smoke. Sweet, but in a slightly balsamic way. Ooh, I think your ratings are getting pretty crappy.
I like it. I mean, all of these I like. It's just, you know, somebody's got to come in last place, unfortunately.
You picked the wrong ones. That's okay. And I'm not judging you. Let's do this next. This is Spice Bomb Extreme. I don't know why I was showing it to you like that. I should have just been spraying it out and slacking on my job. But this is another really strong one, Viktor and Rolf. Really popular wintertime fragrance.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, so obviously a lot of spice, hence the name. It's got black vanilla in there, so as it dries down, it actually gets a little bit sweeter, smoother, not quite as spicy in the dry down. I mean, some lingers over, but a lot of stuff going on with that one. Good quality, kind of expensive at discounters, comparatively speaking to some other things, but.
Yeah, this one feels like it would be another one of those that is really brisk and has like a sharp edge to it when it's like really cold outside, and that it would just like project really, really well.
Yeah, kind of a Christmassy fragrance.
Yeah, it smells really good. The spiciness.
Yeah. Yeah, so that one is, like I said, really popular. Always has been ever since it came out. It actually doesn't sell as well as you might expect as far as like the tops, you know, as far as like the biggest designer fragrances, but it's still really popular.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is that, 5th place right now. I'm trying to make sure this is one I hadn't sprayed down, even though I just picked it up. Last fragrance, this is Scandal Le Parfum from Jean Paul Gaultier.
Nice.
So this one has like a little aromatic touch to it, but also some sweetness, just not overly sweet.
Okay.
I think that it's a classy fragrance, nice versatility for fall and winter, maybe early spring also. Good performance, and it's the second in the line. So Scandal Absolute, the gold one, that's the newest one. A little bit sweeter than this one, but this one is maybe a little classier than Absolute.
I like the bottle here that.
Oh yeah, the paint on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty slick.
It does. It almost is like, am I spraying like a completely like black fragrance? Is it, you know?
No, it's paint.
Yes.
Yeah, I do like those looks though. Like Narciso Rodriguez has some fragrances that have like the paint on the inside. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and this is a hard matchup because like this one's really sweet also, but again, not like in an overly sweet way. Where like these two are more sweet off the top than that one.
Yeah, these are gonna be sweeter from top to dry down than this one is. This one has sweetness, but it also has that like little bit of, like I said, an aromatic kind of thing around the edges of the fragrance, whereas these are more just like different sweet notes with different sweet notes. They work together really well, just a different approach.
All right.
Ooh, 2nd place.
Yeah.
So right now you're going La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum.
Yep.
As the best out of these 10.
Yep.
And this is considering for winter time.
Right.
So we're specifically trying to think winter time, and really that's when these fragrances probably are best for.
I mean, all of these are really good. They're just gonna serve you in different ways for different occasions.
Yeah. So go ahead and do a re-evaluation.
Yes, please, because I don't feel good about a lot
Step
of
off
this.
to the side.
I see you peeking over there.
I'm doing nothing. I have ceased to exist. All done?
Yes.
So La Nuit de l'Homme still wins?
Yes.
La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. You're a big The Scent Elixir fan.
I am.
I think more than is normal. Yeah. But the top 3, Scandal, Le Parfum, The Scent Elixir, and then La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. Stronger With You Intensely, really good position here. Jazz Club, Spice Bomb Extreme. So I expected when I kind of put these together, probably this one not to do so hot, this one not to do so hot, and that one not to do so hot. Past that, it was kind of like a crapshoot. I put them in there because it was like, well, maybe they will do okay. I think that this has an audience that's gonna like absolutely love it, but it is gonna play to a smaller audience than most of the other ones.
Yeah.
Just by the nature of like what this is. But I think that bang for your buck quality-wise, that's one of the best ones here.
And I like this one because like it didn't score, you know, like terrible, but I mean, it's really good. Like I could just see it being like actually really cold outside and snowing, and somebody has that on and it's just like tickles the nose hairs almost.
Yeah.
Like that is what I envision.
Like it has potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it also has a red bottle, which is kind of slick. For me, my own taste, I would also have Hero Parfum in last. Past that, it does get a little more difficult, and I'm not sure exactly where I would suss these out.
Okay,
I'd have
so
to
I
sit and
didn't
think
do
about
that
it.
bad. Okay.
I cracked my knuckle just now. I'm thinking. Yeah, it's okay. I would probably, I'd probably move Moustache up like one more slot myself. But yeah, I mean, past that, it's a lot of bangers. It's pretty difficult. The Scent Elixir, I might bump down just slightly, but I do like that one a lot. So yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
I think this one gets slept on a lot, LOM Oda Parfum. But as far as like a fragrance that's gonna get you compliments that would work really well on a date, that has a balanced approach, not too loud, not too soft, extremely wearable and versatile, it's actually really well done. And there are a few fragrances that YSL has in the LOM LOM line that are like that are actually like better than they sometimes get credit for.
It's really good.
And part of that is gonna be because they're typically not that loud.
Yeah.
Like performance-wise, they'll be okay, and that makes it automatically where some people are like, this stuff sucks because it's not strong. So as long as you don't care about that, it's a really good choice. If you want something that's like beastly strong, like this or this would be a better choice, or this, just something that's gonna like project like a monster and last forever. But I think that sometimes that's actually not as important.
We gotta put his little necklace back on.
Yeah,
there we go.
Little thing there. So there we go, guys. There's some winter fragrances as sussed out by Chelsea.
Very professional.
If you don't agree with this, I didn't do it. If you do agree with this, I had a part in picking these, and I fully agree with the listing.
Right.
So it's just whichever way you're thinking, I agree with you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for smelling some fragrances. We'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later. I will. She might not. I will.